Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Marina, I am Russian, and today I will be cooking sobering soup on my channel. Yes, it's a Russian traditional soup. It's called solyanka, and it is really good when you have a hangover. It really puts you in shape fast and easy. My husband calls this soup a pizza soup. Probably because the principle here is the same as for the pizza. You just take whatever you have left in the fridge and you make something out of it. So this soup is very often cooked when you have guests, like after you have guests. Russian people like to invite guests to their places, like to set the table full of different sorts of tasty stuff, and usually there's always a plate with some different types of meat, different types of salami, some ham, some kolbasa. Here I should say that kolbasa is something in between a sausage and salami. We have different kinds of kolbasa in Russia. So, and when the guests leave, usually you have leftovers of those different types of meat. And of course, you can use them very easily for making a soup. I guess the soup that we're gonna make can be called a man's soup because it has meat and almost nothing else. So for 90%, it consists of different sorts of meat. Let me show you a little bit closer what kind of meat we will use today, what sort of ingredients we will need, and let's start cooking. What we will need, we will take a little bit of sausages, just any type. We will use different sorts of kolbasa. I also have this kind of meat, and I have some turkey ham. We will also need some meat broth together with meat. You can use any type of meat that you like. I have pork meat. But this is optional. Actually, you can cook this soup even if you don't have any broth prepared. So we will also need some salted cucumbers. Now guys, these are salted, these are not marinated. So these are not pickles, you cannot use the usual pickles. These ones have only salt, garlic, some red pepper, and they might also have some dill. And that's it. So we're not using any sugar or any vinegar when we cook salted cucumbers. Then we will need one onion. We will need some olives. Now traditionally black olives are used, but you can use any type of olives that you like. We will also need some tomato paste, and we will need capers. Yes, this is not a traditionally Russian type of product, but somehow it's necessary to put capers in this soup. But this also can be avoided if you don't have them. You can just cook your soup without them. You can add some lemon if you like instead of these. Okay, so now I will need to peel this and cut this one. And I will need to cut all types of meat and the gherkins, so now I'm cutting everything. Now we don't need our onion to be super brown, we simply need it to be transparent so we won't be frying this for long. I think this is enough. Now we will need to put this onion into the pan and start boiling this in water. Now we're adding some tomato paste to our onion and our cucumbers. So our idea is actually to soften our cucumbers, to dissolve our onions in this mess, and to steam up, to heat up our tomato paste a bit. So we will be cooking this for, I think, for another 7 minutes. We'll add some more water into this. I will take my cut meat and I will put it on the frying pan and fry it a little bit. I won't be putting any vegetable oil because the meat that I'm using is pretty fat by itself. So I will simply need to kind of heat it all up and make it lose some of its fat. While the meat is frying, I will be cutting the olives. Now we will need this to cook for about 5 minutes, in order to make all the ingredients combine together. I will check the salt now as well at this stage. I think I will put in just a little bit of salt. Our solyanka is ready, and usually we put some dill, then some parsley, some green onions, and some sour cream, of course. So that's the way we like to eat it. Here it is, hot and steamy. It's really thick, it's really tasty, and it's really wonderful. So I'll have a try myself and I'll call my husband to have a try as well. Success. So if you want to try making solyanka at home, you can always do it because all the ingredients are available, I think, around the world. It doesn't matter what kind of meat you use. You can put any type of meat that you like. You can improvise as much as you can. So, okay. I hope you liked my today's recipe. Leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe. And see you in my next videos.
Ну как вы сделаем?
Давай.
Опять, ну как оно? Дай распробовать. травкой здорово.
Да?
Мгм.
Здорово? Хорошо,
Супер.
хорошо.
Колбаски там всякие. Грудинка чувствуется.
Окей. And in English, please.
Ну,
What?
hello, my wife is good. I learned English only 20 years.
He's just fooling around. He knows English. And he speaks well.
Мгм.
Tasty. Tasty. Все.
Good.
You will leave. I'll let you leave.
I will alive.
I will
I
survive.
will survive, да. I will survive.